Now we got our top 5 anime of all time. I think a lot of people been waiting on me to drop this video.
I'll let you go last. Should be best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how about you go last?
All right, cool.
So Fred,
you want to go? I'll go first. So for me, being completely honest, this was probably the hardest list I've ever had to make.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I fuck with cartoons a lot, but they're basically I fuck with anime a lot more. For me, my number 5. Basically,
what's your 2 honorable mentions? Because I know you had.
Yeah. My two honorable mentions are Sword Art Online and My Hero Academia.
Wow. They didn't make the top. I gotta hear this list. I got to hear this list.
So, starting off with number 5 for me, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Let's go.
Yu Yu Hakusho. Plain and simple. To me, it is the classic that was a little bit slept on because it was on Adult Swim. Not that many people were that big into it, I can say, at least not until more recently. I watched it late night. To be completely honest, I caught it by accident because I was trying to catch Inuyasha and it was like right after it. I was like, oh, this shit is dope as fuck. The story behind it, how it goes into depth. Honestly, the character of Yusuke Urameshi was the first character I felt was a protagonist that wasn't the classic protagonist. He was, I do not give a fuck about any of this stuff, but I do. He was the original OG that basically made me feel like that made me expand what kind of characters I actually liked. The fact that he was like that bad of a guy or whatever the heck, even as a negative person, like he was treated like shit in school, he still came out and saved the world. I'm just spirit world, etc. Story threads, everything in general stacked up. I know it's probably going to be mentioned later on this list, so I'm not going to drag it on. Go ahead. That's just my number 5, Yu Yu Hakusho.
I'm going to go ahead and get my honorable mentions out the way as well. My honorable mentions are Yu Yu Hakusho, sorry, cuz, and Rurouni Kenshin. Sorry, Fred. Those are my honorable mentions. I don't think I like those shows as much as you guys did. Were they great? Yes. All-time classic anime. I just don't think I'm going to like as much as you guys did. So, get into my number 5. I was going to say it. Bleach. I do, Angelo really got me into Bleach because of the way he kind of talked about it. And so Bleach is Ichigo. I'm a huge Ichigo fan. Like I love Ichigo. So Bleach is my number 5.
Great.
You got to Yo, I'm on this joke about to explode. Like, yo, whoa. Like Fred come through, punch me in the face twice, you kick me in the stomach. God. I don't know what y'all on. Let me get my 2 honorable mentions out the way. My 2 honorable mentions are Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hunter x Hunter for a slew of reasons. Now, my number 5 is One Piece. No, a lot of people don't really like One Piece because of how long the anime is. But One Piece highs. It has quite a few lows, I must admit. But the highs in One Piece for me are some of the most memorable moments in all of anime for me. And I'm going to watch this show and read this manga until this thing ends. I don't give a damn how long it takes. One Piece. Whew. Oh my goodness. I'm over here. Y'all got me.
So, I'm going to just ride off that wave. My number 4 is One Piece.
Okay.
My number 4 is One Piece. For me, it comes down to... by the way, I forgot to mention. I found you a website that actually summarizes most of the episodes. So you can actually binge them. No filler, no extra, any of that stuff in case you ever do want to try it. That way you can avoid a bunch of the extra stuff that kind of turns off. That being said, it is long. I've been watching it since it debuted. What was it? Was it Funimation? No, was it Funimation? Who was it who actually dubbed it? Did a horrible job with the stuff. They tried censoring it for kids.
Oh, I don't know.
Point being, been there since the beginning. I can't say that basically I was super hyped when I was growing up with it. It wasn't until probably around the time when Naruto got into the war arc where One Piece to me really took off. Because I started binging it again. I took a break, I binged it, and that got me past the Eni's lobby. Yeah, it got me past Eni's lobby, and that's to me where it really started picking up traction, everything in general. But One Piece world building, characters, I love the characters. The crew, I love over half the crew. That's me being honest. Favorite character Zoro. My second favorite character basically doesn't even show that often, which is Marco. I just fucking love the relationship he has with his pops. I love his ability. Luffy's actually ranked number 3 for me because he's grown on me. Hate to say that because before he was like dead last. Basically, it's part of the big 3 for a reason, and it's the only show of the big 3 currently still going on, and that basically has been going on since. I know Bleach is coming back, which I'm excited for too, by the way. But yeah, One Piece. I have the hat for a good reason.
R.I.P. Pops, man. R.I.P. Pops.
R.I.P. Ace.
Shout out to the future king of the pirates, man. Blackbeard, bro.
So let's get off this One Piece bullshit. One Piece is not on my list for those who might be hoping it's not. My number 3 may be one of the very.
Oh, we don't know.
I'm sorry, 4. I'm sorry, 4. My number 4 may be one of the very few anime that y'all haven't seen. Fred may have heard of it, but may or may not have seen it. You probably have never heard of it or seen it. I mentioned this to Paul. Me and Paul watched it.
I know what you're talking about.
MMO based Chinese anime called The King's Avatar. Secret anime. I've been hiding them from y'all. I've been watching that one quite some time because it's an MMO, and I didn't think y'all would be into it. Like it's really like World of Warcraft ish. This guy who's like an esports great MMO player who lost his country. It's a great anime if you want to watch it. The dubbing isn't that great, but it's it's almost like I'm not a slow reader, but it comes fast. Like it's super fast. But The King's Avatar is like my number 3. It's one of the anime that like I don't think y'all would be interested in because y'all don't really mess with MMOs. Fred, you did for a little bit, but I love it. I told Paul about it. He watched it. He likes it. The King's Avatar is like my number 3. Like I still watch it. Like
so, a little bit of a mention on that. I haven't seen it. It's on my watch list because Paul literally has told me everything about it. And by the sounds of it, it sounds fucking great.
It's
it
great.
Really does.
Like I told Paul, I found it, and then I told Paul about it. He started watching, and I didn't know if he told you all about it, but I was like, "Hey,
no, he told me.
Listen to me when I suggest stuff."
No, he got me to want to watch it because
like 5 years.
He made a comparison.
Right. I'll just wait. I'll wait. Set a reminder for 2024, and y'all.
No, actually, to be fair, actually, it's on my watch list, and I'm actually going through it pretty fast because of quarantine. But what he made me actually want to watch it was the fact that he related it to a sports anime. He said it is literally just like sports anime.
Yeah.
Just subtract. Yeah.
Esports. He's an esports guy. Like the esports.
Yeah.
Guy, and,
exactly.
What's the other game? The soccer card game, whatever it's called. But yeah, he's an esports guy, and I think what I like is it transports you into the world of the anime. He's playing his character, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because I play MMOs, so
it's like an isekai. But yeah, Moses.
That's my number 4.
Yeah. I'm definitely not your boy. My number 4 is Naruto. Yep. Been on a recent rewatching of Naruto lately. I think
I'm not surprised. It said it's your number 4.
Yeah, I went back and like been rewatching it and like appreciate some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I'm noticing that I didn't like as much. I think Naruto was but I gotta give it this. It's the first anime that got me back into anime after that long stint of like not watching any at all. It was the one that brought me back, and I'm pretty sure this is not the last time we're gonna hear about Naruto. So I'm gonna say some stuff, but yeah, I think it's just one of the. one of the greatest anime, and it's the reason it's a lot of people's favorite. But yeah, that's my number 4.
Okay. For me, number 3, I guess is kind of a cheat because technically I've seen them all, and there's a lot of them. Gundam, and I'm saying Gundam because I watched. I know it's cheating. I know it's cheating. If I had to choose one of them to stand out, yeah, you already know which one it would be. Because to me, it's kind of self-contained. I would probably choose Gundam Wing for me personally.
No,
But
you're a huge Gundam Wing guy. I
so
put money on that.
Gundam Wing basically would be the one for me. But again, I've seen them all, and one thing I've noticed that every single Gundam story, minus a few outliers like G Gundam, etc., they rhyme, they match the tone of the original Gundam story. But yeah, Gundam Wing, world building, mechs, giant robots. It's basically anime Star Wars. Not like literally, but that's anime's version of Star Wars. Their take on a space drama, if you want to call it that. So yeah, Gundam.
It was fighting for a spot in my honorable mentions. Does it make my top 10? Yeah, but like top 5.
Top 10 honorable mention. Number 3, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna in the same realm as you. We can come back to this, but mine is Naruto Shippuden. I despise Naruto. Like,
I actually put them together. That's
I mean, I guess you could, but like, did I like Naruto the original? No, I didn't. I got through it because I thought it had promise and like it had some interesting moments. But Naruto actually ruined Naruto. I did not like Naruto in Naruto, and then Shippuden comes out. We got the time skip, and like I like Shippuden. So if I'm talking about the actual show, I like if Naruto didn't exist and you just started with Shippuden, it would still be a great show. I like Naruto Shippuden. We can come back to that because I know you had that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Number 2, we getting in the big ones. What we got?
We had
Your third. I'm sorry.
Oh, my number 3. Oh, it's a newcomer. My Hero Academia.
I knew it.
Ain't no show in recent memory has gave me the feeling I got from My Hero Academia. I
can agree with that at least.
I have never once since I've watched this anime been bored or was like hurry up. Granted, y'all kind of had little time, but I watched every single episode of this, even like the filler stuff, the stuff where they was like racing in the pool. I love the concert episode. Like,
that is the worst shit. Don't ever bring that shit up again. We will not talk about that.
Hero 2. Hero 2. I love it. Everything about it.
I hated that episode.
No, from season
it
1.
wasn't about as typical anime, I guess, but
you got some of the best villains, everything about it. And I love the main character. I know a lot of people have problems with Deku, but to me, he's not that. A lot of times you have these main characters who are either too disgruntled and like too hardcore, or you just have them like, oh, I'm a main character. I have no real emotion. Deku is a guy who's just a normal kid, and we've seen his development throughout My Hero. I am a hero too.
Just mentioning a few things with that, especially because I'm not gonna say I have hate for My Hero. I don't. But what you just said, like you never felt like you had a rush. I had a few moments where I felt like hurry it up a little bit. Not that many, but I've had a few. Just being honest, because I love the anime. I have the poster right here. I love that anime. Again, it's in my honorable mentions. And I will say this: I don't love where Deku started. I do believe I'm gonna love where he ends up. But currently, he's getting out of that kind of like crybaby phase for me, which again is good character development. But yeah, no hate for it. Honestly, those are my only 2 things.
I gotta say,
sorry.
About My Hero.
I don't like Gentle Criminal.
That's creepy. His name's creepy. I still don't like it. When y'all told me about My Hero, how great this anime was, and I started watching it late, first season and a half, I was like, why does this nigga keep crying? All this nigga do is cry.
He cried. He was a crier. Like he's a
I'm just like, is this the story of how he becomes the greatest hero of all time or crier of all time? I feel like I wasn't hearing it right.
He cries a lot. He definitely cries a lot.
He doesn't as much anymore. Like he did a lot. So that first year, I was like, why does he keep crying? Please stop.
I was an emotional guy, man. My boy dad possibly is starting a new family overseas. Like he had issues. He was raised by his mom. Like listen, I can go all day.
Okay.
On my hero.
But no, again, no hate towards it. I will say this: two best moments though, United States of Smash, and personally, I believe, definitely United States of Smash is best moment. Followed by that, I'll actually give it to Endeavor a little bit over Deku going like boom. I'm just saying.
Y'all are funny.
Man, give me your number 2 because you talking crazy.
Number 2, it's already been mentioned. It is Naruto. Now, funny thing with Naruto, with me anyway, I read the entire manga before the anime finished. So I already knew everything was going to happen similar with Attack on Titan. But the reason I actually started the manga was because in between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, I didn't know that the last season of Naruto was pure fucking filler when I was watching and as it was happening. It wasn't until I went to Walmart, I saw 2 manga covers, and it had Naruto in like the cloak, and it had Sasuke powering up. I bought the 2 manga, and the manga was the end of the fight. And in it said, this is the end of Naruto, come back for part 2. I was like, end of Naruto? I ended up researching, and it turns out I was watching filler the entire time. The part I didn't like about Naruto was filler. I was like, no wonder.
Ooh, king of filler.
I know, exactly. But my favorite episode, honestly, doesn't even involve Sasuke or Naruto. My favorite episodes, and it actually was in that manga, was the Kakashi story. When Obito died. It's a self-contained story, amazing, great. But overall, Naruto number 2, I don't have to talk about it because everybody knows everything about it. And Shippuden really carried it, just to be completely honest. Naruto was a good setup, but Shippuden definitely carried up on that list. It Z'd it up. Instead of Dragon Ball, Z. Just putting it that kind of perspective.
Now, what you got, Kev?
Number 2. This will probably come as no shock. I'm not going to cop out like Fred. I'm going to actually pick one from the entire series. G Gundam. My boy. Domon.
Cashapp.
His girl, Rain. That's just, Domon Kashu is like the anime Rocky, and Rain is like Adrian. Like, if you think of it, I saw your eyes, your pupils dilate, made sense to you. Like, it is start to finish, all the supporting characters, the Neo countries, right? Like, the world, like, you can get immersed in it. Like, I remember a couple of years back, Fred, like you brought it over on like DVD, like we started rewatching it again. Like it's just a quintessential classic, probably one of the more forgotten anime or Gundams, but it is a great watch, very interesting show. Character development, like I don't think there's anything I don't like about G Gundam.
Master Aza!
Except that I wish it was back. You remember the G Gundam video game on PlayStation 2?
Yes.
That was a Fighter Z, like it was.
It was Gundam. It was called. I think it was called Gundam Battle.
I was cold. That bit. I know that. I get so excited. You got to move that.
Gundam Battle Assault. Gundam Battle Assault 2. That's the one we played.
Yeah, that game was. It's yeah,
sorry,
like
that was a go-to.
My number 2, G Gundam is it.
Damn, I need to find that game. Now we're gonna go to my number 2, which has been mentioned, and I don't know what is wrong with these people. It has the greatest protagonist in all of anime.
Get it over with.
Yu Hakusho. Listen, Yusuke Urameshi is what you always want to see in your protagonist. Okay, Yusuke Urameshi was like if Vegeta was the main character in Dragon Ball Z, or Sasuke was the main character of Naruto. That is what Yusuke Urameshi is. Not only that, they still have another character like that in Hiei. Also, it has one of the greatest quotes in all of history. It's been 19 years. I still don't understand exactly what it means, though. A moseberry is a tree, and Kuwabara is a man. Like, it makes no sense at all. But it has the comedy, the action, and the greatest tournament in all of anime. And it's by a mile. Iconic moments. Like, I can remember right now watching Hiei. He was dragging in the darkness flame for the first time. I remember Yusuke fighting Taguro. I remember Yusuke and Jin, the guy with the wind. I remember Yusuke
I love Jin.
The knife edge fight where they just sit there and punch these. Like, it could have been possibly number one. Like,
are you done yet? Are you done?
No, I'm not. You gotta talk. Like, this show is criminally underrated. I don't know what the hell is wrong with either one of y'all not having it number two.
I have a more concise list.
Y'all should be ashamed.
No, it's on number 5. I'm good.
If it was not for Yusuke Urameshi, you don't get a character like a Luffy. You don't get an Ichigo. They stole their whole shit.
You just said it yourself. Yusuke would be like if Sasuke or Vegeta was a main character. You're talking to two Goku fans, buddy. You talking to two Dragon Ball GT Goku time.
Terrible. You see what happens with that? You see what happens with that? Everybody hates. You know what? Get on to the number one.
Oh, wait a minute. Is there any point in doing number ones?
I really don't think it is.
There's no point.
There's no point.
There's any point in doing number ones. So, Fred, since you're next, go ahead and tell the folks what our number one is, and then I guess
everybody's number one is.
Then we can tell why it's our number.
Oh my gosh, I love the fact that I get to do this. Honestly, it's one thing actually I'll put it like this. Toonami was great for multiple reasons. Toonami defined this in anime. And I hate that Toonami sometimes robbed us of this song. Dragon Ball Z, number one, greatest anime ever. That's why my catchphrase is DBZ made way. We're the big three. Very simple.
So, do y'all remember, like, watching Dragon Ball Z? Like, I remember, like, seeing, like, the first episode, and this character Goku, like, his brother shows up from, like, another planet, and then, like, takes his son. I feel like they hit you out the gate with, like, the family drama. Like, they get you out the gate. It's got the family drama. And you got the green dude, who's really a black dude. Like, we all know Piccolo black. Who before, like, they were enemies. Like, Dragon Ball Z just does something for me that no show has ever done. And very few have come close to. Like, Dragon Ball Z, like, if even we talk about, like, the pre-Super Saiyan days, like, before we knew anything about all these crazy power-ups, like the battles, the stories, the characters, the development of them, like, you know, things maybe started to wane off as we got further, you know, into each saga, you know, Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, the Android, Cell and Buu, or whatever the case may be. But Dragon Ball Z always found a way to, like, keep you in it, no matter what. Like, back in the day, and this is no offense to Super or GT, but, like, even from the beginning, the Saiyan saga to, like, the Buu saga, right? Like, they found ways to incorporate, like, the Piccolos and, like, the Chi-Chis and Bulmas of the world, right? Like, them getting turned into candy and and all that stuff. And, we got introduced to the other Kais, right? And the levels of the Kais and all that stuff. And, and I don't think any of us here will ever forget the first time Goku goes Super Saiyan.
No.
No idea what it was. We had no idea what, and it was other thing. We had no idea what it would look like, right? Because it's like
no spoilers, no internet.
Right. There was no. I remember when Vegeta thought Goku had attained it. Like he's done it. He's like, and we did too. Like he didn't look any different. Like he still looked like Goku. But I remember him standing there, and they kind of had like this weird animation around, like maybe this Ultra Instinct type of war around. I was like, oh, man, that is he's Super Saiyan. Like okay, like Goku, hair is still the same. Like eyes, everything's still the same color. And then I remember Krillin died, and him. I think you can't help but want to do the movement of Goku and the blinking in and out of base mode and Super Saiyan, and the eyes turning white, the planet exploding, and you don't get past that. Like Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I ever saw. I'd never seen one. Right, got me into the anime world, and like even though I'm a Goku fan, like my all-time favorite fight doesn't even involve Goku. Like it's 17 and Piccolo. Like that's my all-time favorite DBZ fight. Like of course Goku's fighting, like Vegeta's fight. It's like on the list, but like it's that show. It just paved the way. Like starting out, it catches you from beginning to end. And Dragon Ball Z is one of the few shows where, like, at the time watching it, now not so much. Where like you didn't mind the filler. Like the filler was good. Dragon Ball.
Dude, it has the best filler episode.
Right, Garland. So that would let's not get started on the DBZ movies. But the first one I think we saw was Lord Slug. Is that correct, Cuz? Lord Slug was like and false Super Saiyan. Like I remember we would watch that movie. We've probably seen that movie 100 times, would probably not be exaggerating.
Yeah, still got on VHS to this day. Same
would
one.
not be an exaggeration to say we've seen some of those earlier movies, the Garlic Jr. movies, the early Broly movie, Cooler, Revenge of Cooler, like Medical. I'm done. I could go on forever. Y'all talk. I could.
Actually, one thing I want to mention right quick, DBZ had the best filler anime episode in the car scene when Goku and Piccolo had to learn how to drive. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. That's this. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
I'll put it like this. Yes, Goku's a shitty father. I'm putting that out there off the bat. But besides that, I cannot really find a flaw in a guy who just wants to enjoy what he does. Fights. Kind of sets a role model. DBZ Goku really set the role model of what a protagonist is supposed to be. It laid the work to where there's a reason why Naruto's favorite color is orange. I wonder why. There's a reason why Sasuke's favorite color is blue. Vegeta. I wonder why. There's a reason why the layup is set up the way it is with shonen anime. The power-ups, the way they look. Super Saiyan really capitalized on what it was. It has the longest fight in anime history, Goku versus Frieza. The transformations are just next level. The story completely progressed. No matter what, it progressed. Even if it seemed like it was going to go down, the stakes keep going higher and higher and higher. It ended in a great fucking note. The way it ended. I honestly remember. Actually, I have 3 stories. This is the first one. I honestly remember the day DBZ ended. The thought that crossed my mind as soon as that episode was ended, what now? That literally just crossed like, what now? Like that was my thing. That was my shit. So literally that actually crossed my mind at that time. But going off story number 2. I remember I had just moved into the house where I currently live. My parents currently live. We were setting up satellite TV. I came back from school. It was 3:30. Sailor Moon was still on. DBZ came on at 4. The TV wasn't ready. The TV, I literally started bawling tears. I'm gonna miss the fucking episode today. And it wasn't even that much, that great of an episode. It was a setup. It was a setup for what was it? It was a setup for the fucking, it was a setup for the Cell arc. So we were past 17 and 18. We were actually setting up the Cell arc at that time, I believe. So to me, I was like freaking out. I didn't know what was gonna happen because again, no spoilers. You don't know what's gonna happen. And if I miss it, the episode the next day, I'm gonna have to wait to, you know, we actually have to catch like what's it called, re-airs, re-showing when it loops again. I didn't want to wait that long. So I actually had Denise actually came over and said, okay, so they didn't fix all this and that. She actually got on the phone. I thank Denise for this a lot. Got on the phone with the TV people, found out what was going on, got it fixed for me, and even got me the right channel number for Cartoon Network. 1 minute before it started airing. So
let me interject real quick because I feel like this DBZ transcends like the show because you mentioned Denise, and so I feel like I have to mention that DBZ. I'm going to say the reason me and Legit are friends. How we became interested in it, found each other, became friends, and what 18 years now? Like we've been.
It's a good minute.
We've been friends. I think and how I met Denise and Paul and Angelo. We had swapped.
You know what? I'm wrong. We met when I was 7 years old.
VHS.
Huh?
We had swapped VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And I was coming to return swap them back. Yeah, because I think we both had a movie, the other one didn't have, or episode, because we bought episodes on VHS. That's how old we are. We swapped episodes, and that's how I met Denise and Angelo. But me and Fred were friends before that because we talked Dragon Ball Z. We collected the Dragon Ball Z trading card game at that time back in I still have my binder full of cards. I just thought I wanted to mention that. Like why Dragon Ball Z means so much to us.
Actually, the funny thing, even mentioning that, literally, that was a start of conversation with anybody in general. It'll come out. Like, just random talk. Hey, what do you like? Oh, DBZ. Oh, shit, I like that too. And I would just go into a spiral. But, again, having friends, my friends, Angela. Denise, by the way, is Angela. He's not here today, but his mom. Come over and help out a kid with that kind of stuff. Like, seriously, it meant the world to us. And probably the final story I want to actually give with DBZ, our final one, I guess it kind of revolves a little bit about, well, let's put it like this. I learned how to speak English thanks to Batman the Animated Series. So it actually motivated me to want to talk to where people tell me I have an accent or I don't have an accent or whatever the heck, but that motivated me to actually want to speak more in TV. Actually, I incorporated a lot of morals from TV, basically. I was impressionable as a kid. What kid isn't? So for me, the impression of what is the idea of Goku, or the ideal of Goku. Yes, he was on a pedestal, this and this and that, of acting like a character in the right way, doing things for the right reason. But if shit hits the fan, you handle your shit. That's the one thing I basically look at. Like, even going to, like, Avatar The Last Airbender. I know it's a cartoon, something separate. It comes to it, Aang couldn't kill the Fire Lord. He found his own way. That's cool, that's great. But when it came to making tough choices, Goku didn't want to have to put somebody down, but if he had to, plain and simple. But that's kind of where I'm wrapping it up. Like, basically, the character development helped me define what a person should be. Don't care about anything else, just the good. Moses?
Listen, man. I remember 1998 when Dragon Ball Z first aired. I remember watching the first episode. I never forget it. I don't think. Here's my thing with DBZ, and I think all of us can attest to this. Looking back at it, for people who got into anime later and going back and watching it, it may not have the same effect for you. But for us, it's the first one we've seen, and the effect that it had on all of us spun our lives in the position of what they're in now. It gave us the friends that we have now. It's deeper than just a show play. Like we do love the show and we do love the moment because listen, at the time, Krillin was my favorite character when he died. Like, it's crazy. It's insane thinking about that now. Krillin was my favorite character. So when Krillin died, I didn't know what to think. And then I see Super Saiyan for the first time. And like, I had already had like a life for Vegeta, but seeing that character become who he became, and like when I was watching it, I was not watching it. Like I think now things are looked at under a microscope. You know what I'm saying? And back then, that really wasn't what 5-year-old me was doing. You know, I just was watching it because I liked it. You know, it brought me joy. And to this day, I watch every single year. We watch Dragon Ball Z in its entirety. No matter if I'm having a good year or a bad year, that's one thing that remains constant. And that's one thing that has remained constant in my life since 1998 is Dragon Ball Z and the joy that I get from those characters. And it's just the fact the show did something for me. It's my favorite piece of anything, okay? Like favorite piece of my favorite piece of media is Dragon Ball Z. And I don't see that ever changing because it hits me on every single level, okay? There's like I jump up for joy when they get announcements for stuff. Like there's a reason I'm going to go see any movie they come out with. I'm going to go see it. Like anytime the manga comes out, like even recently with the last manga, I granted Super is not what Z was because that was a different time. I still get a certain excitement and a certain it takes you back. Whenever I just think about it, it takes me back to like that little kid who just who didn't see the world for what it is. It's just like that kid who just had that glee and that sparkle and that twinkle in his eye. That's what it does for me.
Now, I will say, I want to add one thing to what he's saying. To anybody who watches this and for whatever reason think that, nostalgic glasses, nostalgic glasses or whatever the heck you want to say what you want. It's an OG. It set the pace. It did. All the anime you like now probably would not be around if it wasn't for this anime.
And you make a good point, Fred, because I think the numbers for anime sales came out recently. And do you know what was number one?
Oh, yeah, DBZ still.
And we haven't had a show in how long? And the Broly movie was how long ago?
Last year.
That shows the staying power. And like I want to talk about that for a little bit because like we are such fans, like devoted fans. Like y'all remember the excitement when Battle of the Gods, when we got the news for Battle of the Gods?
Oh yeah.
If I'm not, for those watching, like we got together to go see that movie together.
We do not live in the same state.
So at the time we didn't. I now live here.
So I lived in the state of Texas, Louisiana. Fred, were you in Texas yet?
I was in Louisiana still.
Yeah, he's still here.
Fred was Louisiana. We had two other friends who were also in Louisiana, one of which was working at the time, I believe, or just
in Texas. In a different city in Texas. Texas is not small.
We all found out to get together to go to a theater in South Lake, Texas, to go see that movie. I remember buying the tickets. Like, that's what Dragon Ball Z is to us. And then, like, I think a lot of people don't understand, like, how much we adored that show and what it meant to us. Because, like, the three of us, two of us are from it. One of us grew up in it. Fred, you might as well be from it. In an extremely small town.
Extremely.
Getting the stuff that you see behind these guys now was not an easy feat. Almost impossible. Because there was only 2 stores that we knew of that sold it. FYE at the time. And then there was, what was the one at the Pecan Land Mall? It wasn't FYE. It was
called Custom.
Was it
Custom or something? Yeah, I think it was Custom.
In the Pecan Land Mall in Monroe, Louisiana. We would make that trip maybe, once a month?
Man, might be less than that. I think it might have been once every 2 or 3.
Every few months.
Every few months to go to that store. That was the only store remotely close. And we're talking from our town. This was a 45-minute drive.
Oh, no. 45-minute drive now. When the highways are better.
Yeah,
that thing was at least an hour and 20 minutes.
So it was about an hour 15, hour 20 minutes back then because they redone the highways. We're talking about an hour to get our parents to take us to this store to buy anime. They sold all kinds of anime, toys and action figures. I was a big fan of the DBZ shirt, DBZ muscle shirts. Walmart at the time, the DBZ model kits, right? But that one.
Oh my gosh!
In that Monroe Mall was something I remember living for as a kid. Like birthday, what you want to do? I want to go to Customs in Pecan Mall, and I want to get something DBZ related, right? And even then, like we all still growing up and done different things. Resurrection F, we tried to get together and see that. We'll get together and watch DBZ movies. Like I think it trends like what DBZ at the time could do, and even the staying power that it has today, I think speaks volumes of how DBZ just transcended anime. Like how the staying power that the fact that it's still leading in sales just shows the effect that it had. Because I'm willing to bet that our story of meeting and how we are as friends is probably one of thousands around the world in regards to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And it's not even us. Just example, 2013, when they announced Battle of the Gods, I found the article right here. It's actually from the Dragon Ball Z Kaizenshu. The Japanese government in 2013 backed the movie, receiving 50 million yen, basically the equivalent of $636,000, as part of a non-profit organization for Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods to come out because it boosted their economy.
And do you also know that Goku was the mascot of the Olympics that was supposed to happen this year in Japan?
Yes.
Like the Olympics has happened in Japan, and Japan is like, who should be our representative for who's the most recognizable person from our country? It is not even a real person. It is Goku. Goku was the representative for the Olympics, and Goku had a balloon for the first time in the Thanksgiving parade last year.
Yeah.
The first anime character ever to be in, like, it just speaks. I think it just speaks. You could go on and on for days about the power.
Yeah, we literally can talk. Yeah, we go forever about this, y'all. I think after this, people would never question our love for Dragon Ball.
I think people still might question it, but regardless.
Listen. And this is my thing. If it's not for anybody, anything that's not for somebody, it does not bother me. That's cool because nobody is the same, and nothing affects anyone the same way. We all different, and we all have our own opinion.
And we saw it at a different time. It was a different time.
Yeah.
I mean, just the effect of not knowing what's going to happen next. I mean, that enough. Because now you get leaks, you get all this extra stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's different because it's like it's a difference between best and favorite. Now, granted, we gonna go to bat behind it regardless. But like, do I think there's anime that probably have better storytelling or better animation? Yeah, cool. That doesn't that's just like that. That's just like that Oscar movie winning Best Picture. It doesn't matter. That's probably one of my favorite movie of the year, though.
Right.
Like that's how I see. Like when people trying to like make debates of, okay, this was like great storytelling, great characters, great animation. I'm like, cool, but it's good for all that, but it's still not my favorite. Like I don't care.